your proud host, Farah. I'm the founder of International Nurse Coach. And today I wanted to talk about strategies for career success in 2023. So, for all my nurses out there, nursing students, anybody looking to level up in their career and to really land that dream job in 2023, this is for you. And you don't necessarily have to be a nurse to listen in because some of these strategies may pertain to you in your industry. So, wanted to say hi to everybody out there. I am streaming on multiple platforms, but if you are watching on LinkedIn, I do have the ability to chat with you. So say hello, let me know where you're watching from, and let me know, what city. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, concerns. I'll be happy to address them. And I just want to make sure that I am live, so I'm just going to check right quick. I think I am. I just want to make sure. And also, if you happen to be watching the replay, okay, I am live, right? If you happen to be watching the replay, definitely message me if you have any concerns, questions, or anything like that. So, for those who don't know me, my name is Farah. I'm the founder of International Nurse Coach. I'm a nurse career coach specifically for nursing students, um, new graduate nurses looking to transition into practice, and any nurse that's looking to transition to maybe a different specialty area, maybe wants to go into education or leadership, or just looking for a change. So today I have a couple strategies that I've laid out actually, from A to E, ABCDE. So it's going to be easy for you to remember those steps and those strategies. So I'm going to go into that in a little bit. Um, and for those who don't know me, I've been a nurse for almost 18 years. I've held positions in the emergency department. I always tell this story where, as a nursing student, I was told by my nursing instructor that I would never be an ER nurse and that I should not pursue the ED because I was too unorganized, right? So of course I didn't listen to that, and I thought, wow, why why would an educator try to crush, a nursing student's dreams? But of course, I didn't listen because of my perseverance and my grit. It gave me more motivation, and I said to myself, "All right," I said, "Watch me, lady. I am going to be an ER nurse right out of school, and I'm going to be one of the baddest ER nurses ever." And that's what I did. Got hired into the ER before I even graduated and before I even took my licensing exam. And back then, it was um not a typical thing, right? So typically you had to graduate and you had to have your license. So that just goes to show that if you are a new nurse, do not listen to any negativity. Follow your dreams, follow your heart, and do what you want to do. Because guess what? You're going to be the one waking up every morning going to that position, going to that job. So you have to be happy. You have to be passionate about what you do, and you have to be passionate about your purpose and who you want to serve, right? So for me, I loved, excuse me, the emergency department, and I love that adrenaline. I also became a trauma nurse, and I'm certified in the emergency room. I'm 6 times board certified. 3 of the certifications are in emergency medicine. I'm a certified emergency nurse, certified pediatric emergency nurse, trauma certified nurse. So I worked in trauma centers all over the U.S. and in Canada. I worked in level 1 trauma centers. One of the best trauma centers I ever worked at was downtown Detroit at Detroit Receiving. Shout out to Detroit. They're doing wonderful things there. They are a great trauma center. I learned so much over there. And basically, throughout my career, I always was a preceptor. I love taking in nursing students. I was always precepting, educating. Um, so I naturally fell into this mentor coach type role. So that's why I decided to become an educator. So I was a clinical instructor because I wanted to empower nursing students, right? To tell them, yes, you can. You can do whatever it is that you want. Um, so I worked as a clinical instructor for NYU, one of the biggest universities, right? Well-known universities. I absolutely loved it. And then I became an educator. Then went into leadership. I became the director of education for a hospital. so on and so forth. And I always tell this story where I actually got laid off this year. And it was my dream job, right? This director of education position. But I didn't let it knock me down, right? I stayed positive and I just thought my perspective was okay, well, I've learned what I've learned and it's time to move on. And I actually had the chance to focus more on this coaching business that summer while I was looking for a new position. And I actually landed another position where I'm a director of nursing for a nursing program. So don't let things in your life that happen derail you from what your purpose is and what you're supposed to do. Because I truly believe that once you find your purpose, you're always going to have direction. All right, so that's what I wanted to talk to you guys today about is strategies for success, for career success in 2023. So I wanted to say hi to a few people. There's Marco, hello, and Samuel, hello, hello. Um, so let's get right into it. And again, if you want to work with me, like I said, I am a career coach. I do offer one-on-one coaching, obviously paid services, and I offer a 6-week coaching program as well, which is a group coaching program. And I offer services such as resume building, cover letter, and interview skills. So definitely, if you're interested, definitely message me. And if you'd like to get on a consultation call to hear more about what I do, definitely message me. Oh, and here we go. One of my colleagues here, Damien. What's up, Damien? Yes, empowering nursing students, new grads, and professionals to level up is where it's at. Yes. And I'm glad that you joined to say hello. So I'll use this opportunity to let everybody out there who's watching know that if you are in the New York City area, again, New York City, Damien is having an event February 2023. It's the last weekend in February where it's going to be an NCLEX prep for nurses looking to take their NCLEX, going to go over different strategies for success on how to take your NCLEX, especially that next gen NCLEX. And there's going to be networking opportunities. You're going to get some freebies. You're going to get some food, I believe breakfast. And I'm also going to be there, God willing. I was invited to go. So we want to see you out there. If you have the link, please drop it there. And I also will share the link for everybody to sign up if you are interested. Again, it's an NCLEX prep. It's going to be in the Chelsea area in New York City for all my new graduate nurses looking to pass their NCLEX. So I'm so excited about it. And I want to see you guys out there. And even if you're not in the New York City area, you can travel to New York, right? It's just going to be that weekend. And come see us and come hang out with us. It's going to be great. And then we have someone else. We have Ama. Hi, Ama. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Put the city, the country. Let me know if you have any comments, questions. I love it. So moving on, right? So back to the topic. Let's get right into it. And you guys let me know if you have any strategies for success, for career success in 2023. And again, my focus is particularly on nurses. So again, it's going to go through ABCDE. Okay, so A is step one. So A, I put down acknowledge. I have my notes here. So number one step is for you to acknowledge, right, your skills, to acknowledge that you do have the knowledge and abilities to get this dream job that you want, right? And to be successful in your career. You have to acknowledge that a lot of nursing students, new graduate nurses, or even experienced nurses that I speak to lack insight into this because they feel a sense of I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough for this position. I actually did a poll recently. I have to go back and look at the actual percentage, but there was a large amount of nurses who said that they did not apply for their dream job because they didn't believe that they could get it. Now, how sad is that, right? What do you mean you don't believe you can get it? So that's number one, you have to acknowledge and come to the realization that you have a lot of skills. You're highly skilled professional. You have a lot of knowledge, and your abilities are great, and you are unique, and you have your own set of qualities and strengths that you bring to the table. So, number one, you have to acknowledge that, okay? I'm going to take a couple comments. Yes, I'll share the link eventually for that NCLEX prep that's going to be happening in New York City. And Alma, yes, you're a New Yorker. So we would love, 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 love to see you there and meet you there at this NCLEX prep that's going to be happening in February. What else does she say? Okay. Oh, this is Damien. So yes, we'd love to see you in February at our live in-person NCLEX Strategies for Success. Yes, definitely message me, Ama. I would love, love to see you there, okay? And connect with you. I'll be there sharing different strategies and tips for success on how to interview, how to do your resume, cover letter, all that great stuff. So we would love to have you there. Tell your friends so we can, we can have a lot of fun that weekend. So number one, like I said, is acknowledge, right? You are highly skilled. Even if you are a brand new nurse, don't get it twisted. You are highly skilled and you have been trained. You have the knowledge and the abilities to be successful. So don't start with your self-limiting beliefs and all those negative self-talk. Got to get that out. Leave that in 2022. Moving forward to 23, it's all about positivity, positive vibes, and believing, right? Which brings me to number two. So A was acknowledge. B is for believe. So you need to believe, right? Number one, you need to believe in yourself. Sounds kind of cliche, but you truly do. And you need to believe in your ability to do the job, to do the role, and that you're going to get the position, right? So I always equate this to like taking an exam. For example, the NCLEX. If you don't believe deep down in your core, right? You don't believe it. You might say, yeah, I believe it. But truly, if you don't believe it to your core, your cellular level, like, yes, I'm going to pass the NCLEX, guess what? If you don't believe it, there's a chance that you may not, right? Because you have doubt. So this goes the same in your career and when you're job searching, or maybe if you're trying to level up in your career and go to that next level, get that promotion, you have to believe that it is possible and that you are worthy, right? You have to be open to receive your blessings. You have to be open to receive everything good that you deserve. Okay. And it sounds silly, but it's not, right? If you don't truly believe it, then you can't manifest it. It's not going to happen. Right. So I'm a big believer in manifestation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, right? If you believe in manifestation, type in one in the comments. I'd like to see, even if you're watching the replay. If you believe in manifestation, put one in the comments, all right? Because that's something I truly believe in, right? I believe in writing down your goals or whatever it is that you want to manifest, because if you don't write it down, if you don't believe in it, it's simply not going to happen, right? And this is something that I help my clients with a lot, especially during the interview phase. Yes, I see Quinda. I think I'm saying it right. Quinda Williams. Yes, you believe in manifestation. Ama, yes, manifestation. I'm telling you, positivity, positive self-talk, and manifestation is where it's at for you to be successful. I'm not kidding. It's happened to me in my career and in my own personal life. And you may not believe me, but it's true. Every single thing that I have ever written down and said, I'm going to accomplish, boom, I have done it. Every single position that I've wanted, the timing may have been maybe not the time that I wanted it, but it's happened, right? And, another thing for me is I'm very spiritual And I believe in God. I'm not going to go off a whole tangent, but you have to have some type of faith, right? And higher level of spirituality, right? And that's where, for me, it's happened, where I truly believe. And if it's meant for me, I believe that it'll happen. So you have to believe that doors will open for you, and you have to believe that blessings are coming, and you have to be open to receive that. Okay. So, again, if you're just joining me, we're talking about strategies for career success in 2023. Number one was to acknowledge. Okay. Number two is to believe. So, oh, Quinta says she loves it. Awesome. Yes. And Alma, we want to see you there at the NCLEX strategies for success in 2023. And Quinta, let me know where you're watching from. I'm so happy that you joined. So, number two, like we said, is to believe, right? And you have to be open to receive your blessings, right? So that goes the same in your career, right? And I truly also believe in the law of reciprocity, right? If you're good to others, you help others in their career, you help pull other people up in their career, or even just in your personal life, if you're a good person, that law of reciprocity, right? It's gonna come back, almost like karma, right? So it's the same for your career. And I truly, truly believe that. And you also have to um, be visible. Okay, this might be another live that I do, but if you're not visible and you're not articulating your value, your skills to your employers, or that um, your desire to move up, to get promoted, or to move to that other specialty, if you're not visible, and you're just quiet in your corner working hard, and you think that people are going to see it and they're going to just automatically promote you, that's not the case, right? You have to be able to network and be visible and articulate your value and push yourself out there and show up and say, hey, listen, I want this promotion. What do I need to do to get it? And work towards that. All right. So Quinta says she's from Columbia, South Carolina. All right. So I don't know if you get that. I'm always breaking out into songs. It's actually North Carolina, but made it South Carolina. Anyways, so A is acknowledge, B is believe, and number three is having clarity. Clarity is the step number three. So what do I mean by that? You have to know what you want to be able to get it, right? It sounds simple enough, but a lot of nurses actually are not sure what it is that they truly want. And I get messages all the time in my DMs, and they say, hey, Farah, what do you think about this position? What do you think about going into being an infusion nurse? What do you think about being an educator? What do you think about being an acute care NP, nurse practitioner? And I'm like, great, I can kind of tell you what I think about it. But that doesn't truly matter, right? What truly matters is, what do you think about it? What do you want, right? Is this truly the path that you want to take that's going to lead you to your end goal, right? To that end game of where you want to be? Because a lot of people think, I'm just going to, naturally just get my master's. Okay. That's just the next step. All right, but what are you going to do with that master's? What type of master's do you want to get? Do you want to go into education? Do you want to go into leadership? It's just not like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to get a master's, right? You have to be very intentional about your moves and your next moves in your career and the steps that it's going to take you to get to that success. So just don't do things to do things, right? You have to have clarity about what it is that you want and how to get there. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So I'm just going to take my sip of my latte here. So Amma says, is the strategies for those who currently preparing for the NCLEX, or those of us who will be graduating in the spring? So if you're speaking about strategies for success of this show, this is for everybody. This is for new graduate nurses, experienced nurses looking to get a job in 2023. right? And the strategies for success for NCLEX is that's going to be happening in February, that Damien's going to be hosting and that I'll be there for to support. That is specifically for success for your NCLEX. Strategies for success to pass your NCLEX. What I'm focusing on today's show is success in your career as a nurse in 2023. So it can apply to you as a brand new nurse entering the nursing field and transitioning to practice. So all these, steps that I'm talking about will definitely apply to any nurse. And I hope that clarifies it, Alma. Let me know if you have questions. All right. And Quinda says it does. Thank you for the feedback. Keep it coming. I love the conversation. So again, to just update everybody just joining, please say hello if you're just joining. Strategies for success, for career success in 2023. I'm going down a couple steps, which is A to E. Okay, we've covered acknowledge, we've covered B for believe, we've covered C for clarity. All right, and I can't emphasize this enough. A lot of nurses are just not sure. They're just maybe tired of the particular area that they're in, especially bedside nurses. Functioning at the bedside can be overwhelming. I used to be an ER nurse, and I did it for 13 years, and I absolutely loved it. But obviously, it's a high stress area. You have ambulances coming in, you have walk ins coming in, admits they're not getting beds, and it becomes overwhelming at times. So you need to be able to adapt. But if you don't feel joy anymore and you don't feel fulfilled in your current position, don't feel bad about that. Maybe it's time to move on to something else. And this is why I encourage new graduate nurses not to just go into med surge, and there's nothing wrong with med surge, but so many nurses are driven towards med surge. Number one, there's like probably over 100 positions in nursing that you can go into. I don't know why they keep drilling med surge in school. Some nurses may not necessarily even want to work in a hospital, right? There's outpatient settings, there's community nursing, home care. You can work for the United Nations. I mean, there's so many opportunities. You can go into business. And if you want to go into business, I'll also drop a link. I'm part of this organization. It's called the NNBA, and it's the National Nurses in Business Association. So if you're interested in going into business, starting your own business, it's a great association. So I'll drop that as well. But my point is, you don't necessarily have to start in med surge, and stop listening to what other people are telling you, like your instructors and things like that. Because that's what I was told. They told me, oh, you have to go into med surge before you go into emergency medicine. No, you don't. I went straight into the ER. I'm like, forget that mess. I know I love ER. That's where I'm going. And ain't nobody going to stop me, right? And that's what I empower my clients to do, is to go after what you want. Go after your dreams, okay? Okay, she met Damien's program. Yes, so it's designed for NCLEX success, to pass your NCLEX strategies on how to pass, going through different styles of questions of the next gen, things like that. Hey, Damien, we gotta do a live show together about this NCLEX prep for everybody to understand how it goes, right? So yes, it's gonna be NCLEX strategies for success on passing your NCLEX. And I hope that that answers your question. And Quinda says, wow, you're speaking to me. Yes, I'm telling you, if you are ready for a change, if you're ready to do something different, it's okay. It's okay to make those transitions. And it's not like back in the day in nursing where they're like, you're going to stay in your position for like 20, 30 years. And if you do, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But most nurses will transition in their career multiple times. And you want to make sure that you're strategic about your moves, right? That it's going to help you with your lifestyle, right? What type of lifestyle do you want? Do you want to work nights? Do you want to work days? Do you want to work evenings? Do you want to be off weekends? Do you have a family? Or do you just want to work like I used to, 12-hour shifts, stack up your shifts, and then have like a week off so you could take off and go to like Europe or go to Africa, wherever you want to go and travel, right? You have to design your career around your lifestyle and what type of life that you want to live, right? Um, because a lot of times we're just so consumed with work, we need to start. And you see what's going on in healthcare and in nursing. A lot of people are leaving nursing, but I'm someone who always brings a positive light to nursing, right? If you're not happy in your current area, it's okay. You have so many options to transition to something else. And that is the beauty of nursing. I talk about it all the time. I'm so proud to be a nurse. And honestly, nursing is one of the best professions in the world that you can have because your skills are so transferable, right? I've met nurses who've gone into like the legal aspect of nursing, or have opened up their own legal firm and now are lawyers, right? Just don't box yourself into one thing, right? There are so many opportunities in nursing. All right, so here's like keep preaching. Yes, yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, okay, I always advocate for the profession of nursing because I feel like sometimes a lot of people put nursing down, but I think it's just people don't see the opportunities in nursing and the positivity and how you can leverage it to your own um what you want it to be, right? So I'm just so happy to be a nurse, and I'm telling you, this is what I do to open up your eyes and other people's, nurses eyes to what the opportunities are in nursing, because it's just endless, honestly. You can even go into, you know um I have a friend who does like trading now. She's like in trading and does like finance and stuff for people. I'm telling you, there's just so many opportunities. So my point to this C, clarity, is to find out what it is that you want and be strategic about your next career moves. Okay. So clarity is key. And obviously doing what you love and what you're passionate about. Okay. And my passion, obviously, you could see, is helping other nurses, helping them level up in their career so that you could be happy and you could live the life that you deserve, because you need, right, to live your best life, right? You don't want to be going to work tired, not happy, or whatever. Make it work for you. So when you're looking for that position, they're not only interviewing you, you're interviewing them as well, right? You want to make sure that your values align with that organization and that they're going to meet your needs, right? So definitely, think about it in that sense. And that's something that I help my clients with, is to formulate questions during your interview on how to also interview the employer, because that's important. And you got to think, hey, you are a hot commodity, right? Hello, have you heard there's a nursing shortage out there? So don't play small, right? Play big. You are wanted, right? You have a skill that is needed. It's like in business, supply and demand. There's not a lot of nurses, so you should be able to make decisions that are going to benefit you, right? It's not like there's like so many nurses out there and there's not enough jobs, right? There's a shortage. So that means what for you? That it means you are at an advantage, right? You can pick what it is that you want. They make you think that you can't, but you can. And don't be afraid to negotiate as well. Negotiate to get more money. That's another thing. That's for another live, but nurses need to do a better job getting more money. So let me know if you guys love this. Let me know what you're thinking. Put 2 in the comments if you're loving it. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. So Amma says, you're a natural at coaching. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, you know, my family always told me that I love to talk and I talk too much. So naturally, I said, I need to go on LinkedIn and have a live show and coach other nurses, right, to succeed. Because, like I said, I've Been a nurse for almost 18 years. I know I started when I was like 5 years old. I know it's hard to believe, right? But I've held positions pretty much everywhere. Inpatient, like outpatient, long-term care. I was a charge nurse in a nursing home. I held leadership position. I was in education. You name it, right? So I have a pretty good sense of nursing, right? And how to be successful in nursing. And this is why I love, love, love sharing what I know with you out there. And I'm so happy and thankful that you're here today, watching and participating. Um, Thank you. Thank you, Quinda. If this is helpful, I appreciate it. Let me see what you're saying. So she says, I'm interested in administrative nursing, burnt out with bedside. All right. Well, listen, you know who to contact. Message me on LinkedIn and let's get started. Let's get you that administrative position. Okay. I'm serious, right? And I have multiple shows on LinkedIn, like I said, on this nursing dose. One way is to get certifications if you're eligible. And certifications such as, like, for me, I have my nursing exec advanced board certification, which is in nursing leadership. You can get it as well. You have to meet certain criteria to get there, but that's something that you should aspire to do if you want to go into leadership. So there's that certification, and there's also some associations that you can be part of. So for leadership, there's the AONL. So it's the Association for Nursing Leaders. So you should definitely look into that. It's a little pricier than the other ones, but if you put associations like that on your resume, it's going to make you look like you know about things, right? And that you're really serious about leadership or whatever it is. Maybe you want to go into emergency medicine, right? There's the ENA, which is the Emergency Nurses Association. Or maybe you want to be a critical care nurse. So I always recommend you should join the AACN, which is the nurses and critical care. Those are my kids in the back. So they're watching TV over there. Don't mind them, they're playing. So definitely, if you want an administrative role, there are so many roles out there. I got you. Let's get working together. If you're interested, we can get on a call and right, talk about getting you that nursing leadership position. Um, thank you so much. You guys are just showing me so much love out here. Look at you. I don't even want to get off now. She says, may God richly bless you. I feel blessed. Yes, it's all about gratitude, right? Gratitude is so important. You have to be thankful and you have to be grateful in order for you to receive more blessings, right? So I always say, don't block your blessings, right? So thank you for that feedback. I appreciate it. Like I said, this is what I love to do, and I comes across when I talk because I'm just so passionate about it. Quinda, yes, ma'am. Message me. You know, we'll talk. We'll talk. So let's get back to business here. So A is acknowledge, B is believe, and C is clarity. And then we're gonna go to D. D is you have to design a plan, right? So back to strategy. You have to design a plan to get you to that success in 2023. So what does that plan look like, right? Uh, and again, you can't design a plan if you don't acknowledge your skills, if you don't believe in yourself, and if you don't have clarity as to what you want, right? Once you have all of that, then you can start designing your plan, right? So, what does that look like? And you could be strategic. If you know that maybe one day you want to be the chief nursing officer, right? Or you want to be the director of education, or you want to have your own business or whatever it is, that's your end goal. You need to work towards that. So, how are you going to design your plan to get there? So, there's going to be short-term plan and a long-term plan. So, your short-term plan, right? Your job search, how does that look? This is so important. So I'm streaming on multiple platforms right now: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. But for those of you that are on LinkedIn, listen up, listen up, listen up. Ama and Quinda, I see you both have pictures on your LinkedIn profile. That's a great start. I'm going to go into LinkedIn and how powerful LinkedIn is when you're job searching. A lot of people just think LinkedIn is just a job search platform. It's much more than that, it's evolved. However, a lot of people do not leverage LinkedIn as they should, particularly when you are job seeking. So think about it. There's millions and millions of people and professionals on LinkedIn. There are recruiters on LinkedIn, hiring managers, directors, CEOs, CNOs, whatever, you name it. They're all on LinkedIn. So, number one, you need to update your profile to make sure that it's a good reflection of you and that it's professional. You have a photo that is professional and that you're smiling in, right? Who wants, a picture of someone that looks grumpy, right? Professional photo, forward facing, smiling. You have to fill out your about me section and put something there about professionally what it is that you want to do, what your goals are, your skills, your accomplishments, whatever it is. It's a great place to put it. Also, where your picture is, you have the ability to create a video. So use that, right? Make a small little snippet video and say, "Hi, my name is so and so. I would love an opportunity to work in leadership or whatever, or an opportunity to be in the ED or ICU or be a critical care nurse." Whatever it is, you can put it in there. You also could go one step further and create a little video, right? And say that you're looking for a particular position. So if I'm a recruiter and I go on LinkedIn and I see a photo of you, it's professional, your about me section is filled out, and you have a little video introducing yourself about what position it is that you want, it's like boom, bling, right there. You just made it easy for me as a recruiter or hiring manager to be like, wow, this person is really put together and I should bring this person in for an interview. Because again, remember back to that visibility factor. You're visible on LinkedIn because trust me, most recruiters are going to be going and checking out your LinkedIn profile to see what you're about. So trust me on this, use LinkedIn to your advantage. And if you want to learn more about how to leverage LinkedIn, I can offer that as well on a coaching session. So definitely don't underestimate the power of LinkedIn, right? As your strategy to get a position in 2023. Okay. So I see someone else that's joined. Rosaline Rosa, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Um, Again, we're talking about strategies for success for your career in 2023. So we're just talking about designing a plan. So designing your plan can also include LinkedIn as part of your strategies and unconventional ways, right? So you can go to job search engines and things like that. But think about it. If you're out and about and you're with a group of nurses or whatever, you can simply tell them, hey, listen, I'm looking for a leadership position. Do you know anybody? Do you know anybody hiring for leadership or whatever? Or I'm interested in being a professor in education or whatever it is. Put it out there into the world and speak to other people and let it be known, right? You can't keep it as a secret. Let it be known because guess what? Most people get positions how? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. How do they get positions, right? From typically people that they know, right? So that's why it's so important to not keep quiet about what it is that you want to do, right? And go ahead and share with others when you're out and about in person. So, what does this mean? You should also be going out to networking events. You should be going to conferences. So, I actually went to a conference, not a conference, sorry, an expo. It was the very first time that I was an exhibitor. It was the Ultimate Women's Expo in New Jersey, and it was wonderful. I met so many different people, and it was an opportunity for me to network. All right. So definitely, Quinda saying yes, family, friends, co-workers, whatever it is, you need to network and let it be known what it is that you want. So I'm going to be wrapping up soon. The last the last step is E, right? So we've covered acknowledge for A, acknowledge your skills. Um, B, believe in yourself and your skills and your ability to be successful, right? And really manifest. Number 3, you have to have clarity, right? Clarity in what it is that you want. D is to design your plan for success. And you don't have to do it alone, right? You can get a mentor or you can get a coach like me, a career coach that can help you design your plan for success. Something that I've learned in 2022 is that you need other people, right, to be successful, and you need to network. And LinkedIn is such a great way to build community and network, and I love, love, love it. I can't talk about it enough. Sorry. And brings me to my last step is E, right? Execute. Execution. You need to be able to execute your plan, right? With precision. So, what are my tips about executing? Okay. So, number 1, you need to be confident, right? You need to be visible. So, whether it's on LinkedIn or when you're networking, you need to be confident. You need to be able to clearly articulate your skills, your value, and what it is that you can bring to the employer. So, particularly in the interview stage, this is your execution stage, right? Also, you need to be able to promote yourself and pitch yourself, not only in the interview, but also maybe when you're meeting someone, right? So maybe you meet a hiring manager or a director or a CEO or whatever it is, and they ask you, you know, why should we hire you or something to that effect. Boom, you need to be able to deliver and execute that power pitch, which is you promoting yourself in about like a minute, right? So that's something that I help my clients with, is to craft a really powerful pitch that you can pitch to others and specifically during your interview. And it needs to be something that grabs their attention, right? You don't want some, boring, stale statement and pitch, right? It needs to be filled with energy. You need to hook them in, right? You need to have a hook in the beginning that's going to grab their attention and that's going to have them wanting to hear more. And you need to stand out from everybody else and be what? The number one choice, right? No other candidate, number one choice. So that's what I help my clients with. I help them stand out, right? And bring that spice, right? Keep it spicy. Okay. So you need to be able to execute with precision. And that's what I say, because when it's your time to shine, you need to have that confidence and you need to be able to deliver. All right. So that are pretty much wraps it up. I hope I didn't miss anything. And I hope this was helpful. Again, back to sum it up: strategies for success, acknowledge your skills, reflect on what your qualities are and how you can meet the employer's needs and where you need to be. B is for believe in your skills, believe in yourself, and believe that you can be successful and attain what it is that you want in 2023, right? In terms of career progression, advancement, or transition. If you're looking for a different position, you need to believe and manifest that it's going to come true, right? And then C is clarity. If you don't know what you want, how are you going to get it, right? You need clarity, right? You need to have clarity and 100% clear path on what it is that you want to do. Okay. And then you have to design your plan and be strategic, right? Have actionable steps to get there. One thing I failed to mention, this is a real good tip, so you better listen up. If there's a particular position that you want, or maybe an end goal, right? So maybe you want to be the director one day, or the chief nursing officer or whatever. Go and type in that role. Look at the qualifications, look at the certifications that you may need. It's all listed out there. This is what I used to do all the time. Wanted to be a director of education, and I was like a staff nurse. I was like, all right, let me type this in. What do I need to get there? Boom, it's all laid out for you. How easy is that? So you can take that. It's like your cheat sheet on how to become successful, right? So that's one tip that I usually give people, and it sounds so funny, but it's all laid out. It's all laid out there for you. So look at job postings and meet those qualifications, right? And you don't necessarily have to meet each one in order to apply for a position, all right? So, but that's a good tip that I typically give everyone. And then the last one is you need to be able to execute with precision, right? And confidence, confidence, confidence. Okay. I always talk about this. You need to brag about yourself. I call it brag and swag. It's my brag and swag method, right? You need to walk in the interview with swagger. You need to look the part, impress them, and wow them before you even say anything, right? From the way you walk into the room, your demeanor, all of that is part of that execution phase. All right? So I hope that this was helpful. Strategies for success in 2023 in your career for all my nurses out there, my nursing students, and my new grads. I love it, love it. Thank you again for joining. Alma says it was very helpful. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And definitely message me. Like I said, if you'd love to work with me, I'm happy. I'm here. I want to work with you guys. I want to be able to give you the tools and resources that you need to be successful in 2023. And what? Get your dream job so you can live the life that you want, right? So you can live that best life. And again, just to plug it in, anybody watching this who was a new grad that wants to pass your NCLEX, I'm going to drop a link later, which is an event that's going to be happening in New York City the last weekend of February in 2023. It's going to be an NCLEX prep and strategies for success for NCLEX. And it's going to be by my colleague, hosted by my colleague Damien. But I'm going to put the link so you can sign up. I would love to see you there, Amma. Tell all your friends about it. I'm going to be there so you can meet me in person and we could chat it up. I'll have my little booth there set up. We could talk about strategies for success in terms of resume building, cover letter, interview skills, all that stuff. Because like I said, I'm a career coach and that's what I do. So if you're interested, definitely sign up for the NCLEX prep and message me if you'd like to work with me. And I'm going to be waiting for you, Quinda, too, because we got to get you that leadership position, right? All right. Any last questions, comments, concerns? Please put them in the chat. You have a minute. Amma says, great. Thank you again. Such a pleasure to meet all of you. And until next time, right? Again, thanks for watching The Nursing Dose with Farah, your host, the proud founder of International Nurse Coach. And I forgot to say, I am your badass nurse career coach. And if you want to be a badass nurse in 2023, you know what to do. Message me. All right. And if you'd like to hear any other topics to be covered in 2023, definitely message me. I'll be happy to cover any topics in the realm of job search and career success for nurses. All right. Have a wonderful day. I'm sure I'll try to go live again before the year ends. But if I don't see you, Happy New Year. All the blessings. Wish you all the best in the new year. And keep smiling.